Live from the internet and recorded on April 26, 2018. This is the Crystal Chronicles, your official and unofficial Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia podcast. My name is Pierre, and I am joined as usual by my co-host. That would be Mark. Hey, Mark.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Twitchers. Hey, Dissidians. Welcome to another episode.
But surprise, surprise, tonight we have the joy and honor to have a guest with us, and that would be Fastcard. Hey, Fast.
Hello, everyone. I know what y'all are thinking. Isn't he a little short to be a Dissidian? But I'm happy to let you all know that Dissidians come in all shapes and sizes. I just happen to be a little short and really round.
But so fast, so...
Yes, I'm fast because of my car.
So what you lack in size, you make in speed. So, how was your week, guys? Mark? You look distracted, man.
Yeah, slightly distracted. No, pretty good. Yeah, we're just trying to catch up on all these events. So
yeah,
pretty exciting.
I know. I mean, such a lot of stuff dropped on us 2 days ago. Before we get into that, I want to talk. Did you have a chance to catch Forge and Fire?
Yeah, no, I have not.
I started building a coal forge outside, and I'm almost ready to try it. But freaking weather! It's been only raining, so hopefully by a show or two, I'll be able to show you something terrible looking that I have forged myself. So
that would be great.
Slowly getting there. But yeah, all right. Before we get into the whole Dissidian action, we've got some news coming from the other Final Fantasy world. First, in the Final Fantasy Record Keeper, a good old friend here. There's some news saying that they're going to be adding a story mode soon. You wanna?
Yeah, you know, around 3 years into the game, it's good to start the story. So gives you, build the palette up a little bit. Yeah, there's apparently the main character of the Final Fantasy Record Keeper FFRK is Tyro the Keeper. And he has another friend, and the two of them are apparently going to go through adventures, and you're going to go through dungeons with them, and other people will pop in, and it's kind of like its own mode. So it's kind of cool, a little different for a game that's been out for 3 years to do something like completely different. I think it's kind of cool. So
the Crystal Chronicles, first and foremost, Princess Trinity says on Twitch, finally Tyro's native realm, and that makes a lot of sense. Something else that I did catch on, I believe it was Reddit, they're going to be adding a PC version, probably web-based version of the game at some point, I believe, this is dumb of me to say, in the Japanese version first and later on in global. So hopefully while you're supposed to be at work, instead of doing something on your phone, you'll be able to probably help change tabs and play FFRK at work without having to use an emulator.
It might not be a web version. It might be a straight up app for the PC, because that's what they did for Mobius Final Fantasy. Yeah, and I happen to play Mobius Final Fantasy.
Oh, there's a straight up app for Mobius?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Yeah, on Steam, right?
Huh. So I might do the same thing for that.
What do you know?
Yeah, I come from Mobius before I started playing Dissidia.
Did you play FFRK at all?
No, I didn't play FFRK.
What?
Mobius is my first, was my first and only Final Fantasy. Well, I can't say that. I have bought the other, like FF1, 2, and 3 on the phone, but I haven't really played them. But Mobius is the one I've been playing since day one.
Okay.
And currently they have a lightning event going.
Ooh, get the lightning skin.
Now, FFBE, that's Final Fantasy
Brave
Exvius. There we go. I was trying to make something up.
What did I used to call it? Final Fantasy loading.
There's a crossover with Dragon Quest going on, or starting shortly.
If you're, we talked about that for months and years on FFRK. Possible crossovers with other franchises. So FFBE, who was of course famous for having the Ariana Grande.
That's right. I forgot about that
crossover event. We'll now have a Dragon Age crossover event, or Dragon Quest crossover.
Dragon Age
crossover event would be awesome too, but not similar companies. Square Software, not what BioWare is Dragon Age. So yeah, so if you're a Dragon Quest fan and you hate yourself, you can go play FFBE. I'm kidding. It's definitely my least favorite of all of the Final Fantasy mobile games, but it's different enough that it probably is many people's favorite. So
a crossover I would love to see is a Final Fantasy Nier Automata crossover.
Oh yeah, that would be great in this game, but we'll see someday.
Before we jump into the Dissidia Opera Omnia stuff, I just want to say, if you're watching this live on Twitch or not live on YouTube after the fact, we are trying something different with our cameras and audio. We're using Discord this time around instead of using Skype, because Skype is poop. However, from what we're seeing, there seems to be some delay between my co-host lips and audio, so we'll try and iron out these kinks in the next couple of weeks. But just want to say, if you see this, leave a comment either on our live chat on Twitch or on the YouTube comment thingy, and we'll address those as we go. If you're listening this on your phone using any kind of podcast app, then please ignore everything I've just said, because obviously it doesn't make any sense for you. So this being said, we didn't do a show on Tuesday or Wednesday because we were waiting for the updates to drop on us last night, or actually Wednesday, because of the maintenance, and boy have we had some updates. So going over them really quickly, I'll mention a couple of things that changed, and my dear co-host, I'll let you comment as we go through that. First and foremost, one quality of life change that was introduced is the new auto battle checkbox, which should have been renamed to auto battle, and then you press to cancel that as soon as the battle starts, because you are so used to pressing auto.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's what
I have to retrain myself not to press that button. I can't miss it. Every time I start a battle with auto battle, the first thing I do, I turn it off, because I try to put auto to on. But once your brain muscles get used to it, it's actually fun.
One thing I do like about Mobius Final Fantasy is that remember the last check mark that you did. Either you auto battle or you don't auto battle. Remember, but that's something they added to Omnia, and I'm thankful for it. But it's just something you have to get used to.
It's something I thought forever they wouldn't add, but I'm so glad they did. And again, once you train your muscle memory to not to touch the flipping thing once it starts, it's actually pretty good, as long as your quest doesn't involve not getting broken, or if you've already beat those objectives, then it's such a great thing. Thank you, Square, for that. Colorblind. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the other thing is, I'm still wondering why they add it now. Like, didn't the Japanese want this also? Right? Oh, I guess not.
This is the kind of thing that even with FFRK, I couldn't understand why. Hey, we have this great thing that we just did, but you guys are gonna wait 6 months for it because reasons.
Yeah,
so.
Events is one thing, but
had it?
Gameplay. Yeah, well, I don't know if the Japanese.
I have no idea, quite frankly. So, colorblind players among us, there's been, and I've seen that a couple of times on Reddit, a lot of people complaining that, the crystal strength window is great, but for us it's all the same flipping thing. We have no idea. So they actually added titles to the crystal strength window to let you see this is blue, orange, and so on and so forth, so that people can know the amount of crystals on no matter, you know, the strength. Any of you guys colorblind? Any of you guys appreciating that little change?
No, but I appreciate the inclusiveness of the change, I guess.
You stole my line. Like, I'm not colorblind, but I appreciate that they think about colorblind people. And I know that red-green colorblind is a thing, blue-green colorblind is a thing, and they put the blue and green right next to each other.
Oh.
So that's really tough for some people.
Yeah, it has to be pretty hard to get used to that. And I guess you know when you're colorblind, you're kind of used to most games not really giving a damn about it. So it's really nice from Square to have listened to players and say, you know what, we need to do something to improve that. Now my only question is, they've added titles, but when you look at all your heroes, I mean, it's still showing Crystal that if you can't make out the difference, is it really?
I'm trying to think of a workaround. I mean, there are several workarounds. Like when you click on your hero, it'll tell you what you need of each crystal still, but you won't know that until you click on it. So that's still an issue, yeah.
But you know, it's a nice change. It means that they listened to the community and decided to make, you know, a move for them. Moving on.
Oh yeah, that's not as much of a problem, right? Because when you click on them, it shows up the number of crystals you have. So
right.
I don't know.
There we go. Dissidia points, or most appreciated useless currency, went from 1,000 points maximum to 2,000 point maximum, which would have been absolutely unnecessary, except that they've also added something great, which is the fact that probably once a week you'll be able to purchase
stickers.
Stickers? There's stickers, but there's also a Power Stone priced at 900 Dissidia points that you'll be able to purchase, like I said, probably once a week and start
a week and a half.
A week, yeah. And there's a whole bunch of stickers, and again, these are very overpriced stickers that they've added.
No, I'm just gonna spam the Tifa hello every time I'm co-oping.
Let's see. We've got "Let's go! Good job! Thank you! Till next time." Tifa with the boobs really up front. Hello! Amazing!
Hello.
Thanks! See ya! And
which is not her personality at all.
Yeah, so I was going to say, she doesn't sound... It's not the Tifa I know.
Service, okay, it's fan service. That's a thing.
That's not...
I mean, all across all of the Final Fantasies, I got to say, there's not a very... how can I put this gently? And there's no way this is going to come out right, so I'll apologize in advance, but there's not really a... very blonde, kind of dumb female with huge aptitudes. You know, the way they're trying to portray Tifa and these stamps, you know, standing...
There's one.
Which one?
Standing from 15.
Oh, yeah. Definitely from Final Fantasy 15. She's not dumb.
No, she's not dumb.
But she is...
She's got high attributes?
And high attributes. Cindy? Yeah.
Cindy?
Yeah, Cindy.
All right. For the sake of science in the show, I just need to look this up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. Go ahead. See if you can do the opening video of
yeah.
FF15 Cindy. That's her name, right? Cindy?
Cindy, yes. Well, she had two different names. Cindy in American, but it's spelled differently in Japan.
Yeah, all right. I'll do it. She's the motor...
She's the mechanic.
Yeah, mechanic kind of... Wow, that girl is getting cosplay like there's no tomorrow.
Yep.
Not real subtle. They went from, just as a side note, because I was literally having a conversation about this week. They went from, excluding the MMO, the Final Fantasy 14, they went from perhaps the most diverse cast of heroes in Final Fantasy 13. You had a nice kind of age, gender, even a little bit of racial diversity in Final Fantasy 13 to immediately 4 white dudes.
I'm not sure if they're white. They may be Japanese.
Yeah, Anglo-Asian.
Yeah.
Anglo-Asian.
Caucasian?
The Japanese. What Japanese people think white people look like, I think. But yeah, so and then yes, just exceptionally like over the top female characters, which is very unlike Final Fantasy in
Well,
yeah, to some respect.
Tifa was always portrayed as being, how should I say, buxom.
Yes, right.
I mean, even in the the original PS1 version, you can see, you know, how you can see,
right, sprite wise.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, she had attributes, but if anything, Cloud dress as a girl put out his attributes way more than Tifa ever did in the whole video game. So that's my point. The way they're portraying her in the stamps right now, like the whole little thing, it might be fan service, but that shit ain't canonical.
It's not. It's a little trampy, I think.
Yeah, well, my
Not
word.
to
Yeah.
tramp shame anybody, but you know.
Well, how else are you going to sell the stickers?
Well, exactly. I mean, 500 Dissidia points is a lot of points. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go with the idea that, see, let me bring that up again. So if we go with the idea that Tifa being booby friendly was fan service, let's say for males, is Warrior of Light supposed to be fan service for female? Was that like giving something
No, I
to
think
everyone?
more maybe not Ramza. Maybe Bartz.
Bartz.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Good old butts.
Good old butts. But yeah, so with all of these updates, let's see, did I miss anything? I did change some description for Ramza, and did I miss anything important that was added to the game?
You have 2 weeks to get armor token under the event.
We'll talk about that later on, but yeah, I think that was most of the quality of life updates that were done. Dissidia points, we said that. New stickers.
It crashes less.
It crashes less. Oh, all instance of battles that refer to wave during a quest have been changed to wave.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Well, it's just that during a battle, you went through battle 1, battle 2, battle 3.
Right, instead of wave. Yeah, I mean, in context, you knew what was going on, bro.
Things that I was not concerned about or even noticed were a thing. Yes.
I guess someone somewhere must have complained.
This is ridiculous. I don't know which battle I'm doing, or am I in a battle? Is it a match? I don't know.
Is it a quest?
Game set? I'm so confused. This isn't tennis. Yeah.
But no, I think it was a pretty decent update that they did.
It's nice, yeah.
So
yeah.
Good fan service there, Square.
I was not expecting everything that they put on.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
it kind of came by surprise. Whereas if we compare to the good old, and we sound like senile old men's here, like get off my yarn things. But if we compare with FFRK, we kind of knew ahead of time. Oh, you know what? On this date, because it had been 6 months, we're gonna get exactly feature XYZ, and I think we're getting a lot of things differently than the Japanese version.
We're definitely ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting. I was not expecting to get 3 characters with 35 CP weapons this soon on the banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move the outline around a little bit because I really want to talk about that. So last week we talked about the fact that there was a rumor going on, or a hype going on Reddit about the lost chapters coming in with Squall and maybe Vanille. And you know what? Square said, "Hey, oh my beer, there's actually going to be 3 characters. There's going to be Squall, there's going to be Vanille, and there's going to be Setzer. So that was kind of left field, and they decided to make a whole thing out of it. There's a login bonus, which for 15 days, if you just log into the game, you're going to get 200 gems for a total of 3,000 gems. Then at that point, there's even the fact that these lost quests will be, the lost chapters will be a permanent thing in the game from now on. Although Fastcard, you wanted to mention something about that, right?
Yeah, it's, like I said before, if you look under the home page, you can look at the well, not on the home page, but you look under click on the tab on the right and go on the missions, and on the missions you have dailies, player, and events. On the player you have tokens that you can get from the hard mode, but on the event, on player that's permanent. But on the event, it's only for 13 days or however long the event it will be if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to recording. So you want to try to get those as soon as possible. If we have we have currently as of today we have 13 days to get them, but those will go away. Those are not permanent.
So if you're hesitating whether you should maybe, so right now we have these things. These missions that are related to lost chapters. We have the world of artifacts, whatever it's called, that are on for 7 days. We have Ramza that's still on for a few days. So there's definitely a lot of things to get your attention for the next couple of days in Dissidia Omnia.
And a lot of people are complaining, like the day before all this drops, say we don't have enough content.
Yeah,
the city of Omnia is dying. What are we going to do? And then they say we have too much to do. We don't have enough time.
Boom, boom, boom. I mean, I played maybe 3 or 4 hours this morning. I had not much to do. Had to spend some time here at home. And I barely scratched the content they threw at us. I mean, I did the Setzer, Vanille, and Squall normal missions. But quite frankly, if you look at because I thought the lost chapters would be pretty much the same missions that we had. So you had like difficulty 10, 30, 40, 50, 70, but they're actually a whole different world. So again, if you're watching this live, let me add this. If I go to quest,
yeah, they're basically like a chapter. That's why they're called chapters.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So see, this is
This is why he get paid the big bucks.
That's why we have Mark on. But you see,
I went to graduate school, so
So you've got a lot of quests here to do to get through Squall's chapter, and it's the same thing here. Let's go to Vanille.
I think they're all similar in that respect, but you have to get through all of them before.
Although I gotta say, the entire Vanille thing had one objective: have Vanille in your party. It wasn't so bad.
They're all like that. You have to have check in the party for some of them.
For some of them, but for Vanille, it was the whole way through. Like,
really?
Don't even think about getting in there without. Well, in normal, I don't know about hard. I haven't touched that yet. But the whole thing.
Yeah, you don't get broken in hard.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
There's normal and hard, and the hards get really hard, really quick.
Yeah, they don't call them hard for nothing.
They go up to difficulty 90. So these are our most difficult dungeons to date.
And the talk about that is, in order to do them, you need to have 35 CP weapons max, not max minimum, but at least leveled up to the maximum that you can get them.
So
yeah, if you go on there's like a Japanese resource that's real popular. I can't pronounce what it is.
Ultima.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So Ultima. Yeah.
That wasn't so hard.
Yeah, it wasn't hard at all. I don't know. I just couldn't remember what it is, I guess. Anyway, so I saw some people on Reddit translate like Ultima's suggestions for these things, and they're all like 35, like 35 CP characters we don't even have yet, level 60 characters, so obviously if you can get by trying to get that extra armor token, great, but if not, these dungeons are going to be around. I did beat, right before we started, I did beat Squall, the final level on Squall, on part 10 on hard. It was not pretty. not gonna say that it was real nice.
I'm gonna give like an important public service announcement before you engage in the level 90 mission. When you select your support, make sure your support has the right click on them and hold them and make sure they have the right CP and the right weapon that you're looking for. Otherwise, you can get stuck with a bad support, and that'll just ruin your whole day.
And make sure that they actually have their abilities and passive equipped, because even though the game's been out for a while, a lot of people still don't understand that you have to equip those passive abilities separately than everything else.
I've seen people with rank 150 and still have the Warrior of Light with bronze weapon in the support.
That doesn't work. People don't do that. So you were saying about the requirement for level 35. 35 CP weapons. Let's go real quick. There's a draw about them. I know Mark went all out on it. But before we get there, so let's see if we go to draw. So obviously there's Squall's cutting trigger. That's his 35 CP weapon that people have been expecting like crazy. It increased Renzoku brave damage and increased turn rate, and grants more max brave and attack for 5 turn. There's Vanille's Hunter Rod that who cares, it's Vanille. And then there's Sedzer's Darts that increases the brave damage for red card, which is actually a pretty decent ability, and delays the target by 1 turn. So Mark, how many pulls did you do to get that 35 CP again?
I want to say about 8.
Wow! I thought I was bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I dropped 40,000 gems. I had 70.
So half of your gem bank went into that.
Yep, and I got it in the last. So that was the 8th pull. I think I shared on. Yeah, I think I shared on Twitter. So I ended up with 1 Squall 35 CP, 1 Vanille 35 CP. I didn't pull any of Squall's other weapon, which is fine because I already had it at max.
It's really ticking me off. Like, I don't know what the drop rate or something like that, but they really skewed them toward like Vanille, because Vanille dropped like candy.
Oh, the Vanille. Yeah. Well, and one of the issues, because there's 335 CP weapons on this banner, the possibility of getting one of them is significantly less. So you have a 20% chance to get each of the 15 CP weapons and a 10% chance to get each of the 35 CP weapons. So to get that one weapon you're looking for, it could take 10 times. 10 draws. Statistically.
Not for Vanille. Vanille dropped like candy.
Yeah.
And at least that's what it seems like.
Gave me plenty of things to sell to boost Squall's weapon all the way up. So
true. Well, actually, I'm of the position that I store up the weapons and max limit break them and then sell them.
Yeah, I did that with Vanille. So I had her 15. I got, obviously, because I got like 6 of them. So I max limit broke, and then fully leveled, and then sold that, and then did the same thing for Squall. I would have done the same thing for Setzer, but I didn't get his 35 CP weapon.
Oh, you didn't? All of that, you didn't get the sectors at all? Wow.
I have his tarot cards, but I didn't get the 35 CP one.
The darts.
Yeah, so of those 8 pulls, I only got 3 of the 6 weapons, right? or 4 of the 6 weapons.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 4 of the 6 weapons. So I didn't even see 2 of the weapons.
I thought about pulling,
RNG.
but again, I decided to save myself for lightning. So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, lightning should be coming. Lightning should be coming.
so what's your recommendation, guys? Pull, go all out, or pull maybe
Save
once?
lightning. If you don't care about any of these characters, go for the character that you want to care about. That's what I say.
So it's not a pull at all costing?
Well, if you have Titus with his Brotherhood fully maxed, you probably don't need Squall right now.
True.
If
Yeah, I
you're-
agree with that.
Yeah, but
if you don't have Titus, Squall would certainly help. Squall's going to come back when he breaks level 60, and Squall becomes ridiculous at level 60. The bonuses they give him are just insane. Although, like I said, mine is fully. I'm all in on Squall. He's one of my favorite characters. So I'm all in on Squall, and he's a machine. So I mean, I'm having a lot of fun playing him.
Yeah, the only thing I would add to that is that if you want to get through the level 90 stuff, then you probably want to pull on him.
Well, right, yeah.
yeah, but the level 90 stuff, besides the time limited mission that gives you 1 armor token, the level 90 thing will be there forever, or at least for a very long time.
If you care about the time limited thing, yeah, then do it now. But
You
other
are
than
a
that,
completionist.
yes, I am.
Pull like it isn't something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I am a completionist, but I'm also
Broke.
let's
Not
just
rich.
say that let's go with that and say that I've learned life's lesson.
Yes, the hard lessons. Of
Still paying that bill, so
having your credit card attached to your smartphone.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know what we're talking about, and again, let's move the outline all around. Talking about credit card attached to your phone, there's a gem sale going on. For 72 hours, they've actually changed a little bit. They've added some of the kits. Let's see. Let's add the iPhone here and go to gem
48
shop.
hours now, right?
Yeah,
This
obviously
recording.
at this point it's a couple of hours left. So they're added a couple of chests, and this time around, to make them more interesting, they added if you buy the chest number 3, you get, in addition to the gems, you get 50 higher power orbs. If you get chest number 4, you're gonna get 5 armor token and 50 higher guard orbs. And this sounds kind of lame. They could have capped the power orbs, but anyway, chest number 5, you're gonna get all of the above. So 5 armor token, 50 higher guard orbs, and 50 higher power orbs. And we talked a show or two ago about what about the fact that we thought that these chests were a little bit expensive. What do you guys think about the special that's going on, and the fact that they've decided to add power orbs, and not power orbs, but armor tokens and upgrade materials to those chests?
If I may go first, I just want to say, even if you're a free-to-play player, buy the 99-cent one. I mean, you can still call it, even if you do buy it, I still would call you a free-to-play player, because it's only $1. You can make that up if you look through your couch and dig through change. It's $1. So go ahead and get that immediately before the sale is over, because it's so cheap. You're getting 500 gems, and you can't really beat that. And I've been complaining, like, okay, you're getting 500 gems for $1. Shouldn't you get 5,000? If you get $10? But no, they don't work like that. It's such a good deal.
Mr. Fastcard, I listened to your order, and as you can see on Twitch right now, I have purchased the chest. So there we go. It is purchased. 0 trial left. So
yeah, you definitely want to be careful. Now, these are like a one and done sale,
Yes.
so this is a little different. But as you're buying, the best gem per dollar deal is not always the most expensive one.
yeah, the calculation on this one is
So-
that the cheapest one had the best gem per dollar value.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
But I think if you go to the other, because now we have two types of sales.
Mm-hmm. And one goes for a week, and the other one is for 72 hours.
Oh yeah, they're only one try each too, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all one try.
Yeah.
But other than that, I got the $37 one for the armor token. I'm not gonna get the $75 one.
Yeah, that's not a bad investment for 5 armor tokens and 9,000 gems.
You know what's really stupid?
Or whatever, but I wish they were power orbs.
Even if this is like $51.99 Canadian dollars, if this was 5 armor token and 50 power orbs, I think I would have got it. I think I would have gone for it. But because they're adding stupid freaking guard orbs, and I have more of them that I can throw around, it kills any incentive to go there. I don't know what was the idea with this. Obviously, they're not listening to the show because we've already told them that they've been giving them out like too much. Although I gotta say, they're giving a lot of power orbs in the lost chapters, and armor
tokens. I mean, if the lost chapters hadn't come out, I would have been much more tempted to purchase these for armor tokens. But we're getting a whole bunch of free armor tokens too.
Well, the thing is, I mean, people who don't have the character to finish the hard missions, you can fall back on buying the orbs, and there's people who have a lot of time who build up the characters to do the mission, and there's some people who just have money, and so people who have money can just buy them.
I am all in favor of them having bonuses besides just gems, getting extra things. I think that's a good incentive.
I mean, we just talked about the fact that we thought it was a little weird that you couldn't just flat out buy armor tokens. So if they want to give them out now, then good. It's still not play to win. I mean, it's still just armor tokens. So
yeah, I just got my first 6-star armor. So.
And
congrats.
At the end of the day, it's not a PvP game. So even if it was play to win, who cares? As long as you're having fun, that's all that really matters. If you can afford it and it helps you have fun and enjoy the game.
Yeah, I have played more than one pre Final Fantasy record keeper days. I played competitively more than one mobile MMO guild based game, and the money in those games gets a little ridiculous.
Well, to me, there's still the money for this one is a little ridiculous. Like, even though I did buy the $37 box with the token, it's 9,000 gems. It's almost 2 pulls, so that's worth it in my eyes for me. But still, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, no doubt.
As long as you don't get. And this is an FFRK joke, so you're probably not going to get it. As long as with those 2 pulls that you don't get Yuna's little tiny bee guns.
Tiny bees.
To put it this way, I spent more money this month separately. I bought Final Fantasy 15 and Neo Automata because they're both on the Steam sale this month. Because I went to PAX East and they I play one-handed because I have cerebral palsy. That's why I'm fast cut because I ride around in a wheelchair and it's fast. But so I played one-handed, and I thought I didn't know whether or not the difficulty would be too high for me to play them. And 15 is pretty simple. I've been playing it on normal, and it's no problem. Neo Automata, I haven't played yet, but I'm a little nervous about. But still, they're on sale this month. I paid more on the $37 package than I have separately on 15 and Neo Automata.
Ouch.
Yep. There you go.
Now the question is, are you going to get more hours of entertainment out of the drops that you got or out of those 2 games?
I have a screenshot. I've played 169 hours of 15.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm playing on sticking around. And I don't know if you want to talk about this, but I've also had some draws on for the current beta. I don't know if you want to talk about that now.
Sure, go ahead.
you have the screenshot, but I've drawn 4 times because I really wanted Squall's weapon.
So this is I'm
Vanille,
showing the first screenshot now.
Yeah. So like I believe it's yeah, she's showing Vanille, and I got Sex's 15 CP weapon. I already had Sex's 15 CP weapon from before, and I immediately drew after that, and that was the next screenshot. I had yeah. So it's like, you know, so sometimes people like to click on the screen and maybe get the result, and some people like to do one by one. I did it one by one to build up anticipation, and it killed me when I didn't get the drop that I wanted. But then I went out of gym, and so I had 79 tickets, and within 7 tickets, I got 2 of Vanille's 35 CP weapons.
Wow.
So I don't know. Yeah, that's like I said, it dropped like candy. And then this morning, I did most of the normal mode missions for the lost chapter, and I had a 5,000 gems again, and that's when I pulled again, and I finally got 12 35 CP weapon.
Yeah, you got. So happy. We're looking at that right now. So you got another one of Vanille's.
Yeah.
35 CP weapon, but you also got Squall's 35 CP weapon.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
yeah, I saw things on Reddit that were like, I pulled 5 tickets and got all the 35 CP weapons.
Yeah, well, that person's full of shit. So
no, some people have all the luck.
Oh, no doubt.
All right, no doubt. I'm gonna pull on this because I'm a sucker for peer pressure. So let's go ahead and okay, multi-draw. Yes. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so
good luck.
You're pulling on the Squall banner,
2,
the last chapter banner.
3, 4, 5, 3-star, 6 3-star, 7 3-star. 8.
You want us to laugh like the count? Oh.
Yeah, 9 3-star. Okay, so this is a crap pull already. Okay, and I got enough banner sword. I think.
Who is that? Who's the silver one?
I got freaking Galif's sword. Oh my god.
Wow.
Ouch.
Wow. My sympathies, man. Wow.
Oh wow. And I'd like to add that I already had that sword twice.
So that means you're going Galoof main, right?
Ouch.
Wow.
That's very, very bad.
Who is the silver armor for?
The silver armor is Edge, I believe. It looked ninja-ish. Shadow. Yeah, I wasn't too far. So that's my luck. That's a very, very terrible shit pull that I had there.
Yeah, I was pondering whether or not I should wait until the show to pull with the 5,000 gems, but I was too impatient. I got what I wanted, so it's a good pull for me.
Can't believe I got a freaking off-banner Galif sword right there.
One time I got an off-banner band sword, so I was really happy about that. But it was off. I was surprised when I got it.
All right, let's see, where are we at right now? So Ramza, the event is still going on, and Mark, you posted a link to a YouTube video which I'll post in the show notes.
Crazy. About
a 5-turn co-op, 5-turn to finish. That's, I believe, difficulty 70, right?
Yeah, that's the difficulty 70 co-op. Which I got 1,000,000 points. I think that's my first 1,000,000 point co-op because I don't have patience to do that. So I'm over. I think I'm 1,200, 1,500, or 1.5 million. I mean, because I have Zidane and he's pretty cool in that event. But yeah, so somebody got on and they were obviously working together, and they had 2 Dark Knight Cecils and Ramza. And the 2 Dark Knight Cecils, now if you don't know what Dark Knight Cecil does, he has a dark attack, so the boss is weak to dark, but he also has a knockback ability. So every time you do the chase mechanic where it knocks them back, that doesn't count towards your turns. And so, of course, they had chocobos, so they basically chained chase, chain knockback, and then chain chocobos. It's great. You should watch it. It's really funny
I'll add the link in the show notes for sure.
Obviously, and that is kind of what's neat about this game. Thinking about these lost chapter missions and everything else. One of the reasons you want a number of characters with some different weapons and everything else is because you can come up with some pretty interesting situational teams.
Yeah.
That are really going to be helpful depending on what you're fighting. So, yeah, I don't think many people would have thought, I like Dark Knight Cecil a lot, but yeah, let's get 2 Dark Knight Cecils and Ramza and just go to town. They did. It was great. It's a lot of fun.
You mentioned something about having Chocobo. From what I'm seeing in the meta right now in co-op, if you show up and you don't have like a high level, that's level 18 to 20 Chocobo, there's a lot of auto disband going on. And now we haven't had a Chocobo, like World of Chocobo, whatever thingy event, where it's easy to get materials for it. You have to grind that thing like a madman to get Chocobo materials. So are we having a little bit of a min-maxer thing going on in co-op, where if you don't have that Esper, you are just a noob? Or what's going on right now in the meta with the Espers?
For me, it's like if you don't have a level 11 Chocobo or higher, it's auto disband. But I'm fortunate when I do have them, or a show a level 11 or higher. My Chocobo is 17 and myself is 14, I believe. The unfortunate thing is for both of those summons is that they share material, so you can't really level one without getting a disadvantage toward the other. And that's been difficult for me. That's why they're still 17 and 13, I believe. But other than that, for the meta, yeah, I mean, it's there. There's nothing you can really do about it except for host your own bells and have your own rules.
But I'll play the average. I'll be the average player here and ask that very simple question: why? I mean, why is it such an auto disband thing if you don't have Chocobo at 11 or more?
Because from experience, people who don't have the level 11 or higher, the people who host the bells tend not to win, and that's the mentality of it.
Wait, so it's not even about the Esper? It's about the player that have the Esper?
I know, that's what I was going to say. It's like it doesn't necessarily depend on just the summon. It can depend on the character too. Like if you have a Cloud and don't know when to use finishing touch and stuff like that, you can still lose anyway. But that's just the meta that's going on.
Oh wow, I'm actually surprised.
I think it's easy enough. I haven't seen a lot of people disbanding. Like if you don't have Chocobo level 20, I don't see a lot of Chocobo level 20.
No, 18 or higher, that's rare. But if you have 11, you're good.
Yeah, but yeah, you definitely want them at level 11 because that's where Sylph and Chocobo go from fast to very fast. And so to get that kind of very fast meta going, you need 3 of those all happening. But it is really doable. I mean, you can grind, Chapter 6, Level 6, Part 6, and basically get Chocobo up to a level 11. I mean, it will be a few hours. But now we have the World of Illusion Radiant artifacts, and you can get the materials for both of them in that realm, in the current World of Illusion. You can get the supplies you need, the upgrade materials you need for Chocobo and Sylph if you go to the Orb Spring levels and the Crystal Springs. Now you can get them anywhere, but you're more likely to get them in the Orb Spring and Crystal Springs than in the actual artifact dungeons. So if you're a person, that's how people have got them that high too. The last time we had the artifact dungeons, they just ground the artifacts, the artifact dungeons to death.
And for me, in my experience, it's not so much the chocobo levels; it's the character levels. Like if you have a level 47 or level 46 character coming into a level 70 co-op, you might have a rough time.
Oh yeah, no, that I will say that's an auto disband thing for me. But I
if you do a
thought,
combination of the two, you have a level 8 chocobo and a level 47 character. Yeah.
do you guys look at the player's rank when he joins in? Like if he joins in with maybe Chocobo 9 or Ifrit or something, but he's ranked 190. Do you take that in consideration? Does it say anything about the player at all?
No, I look at what the character is bringing, what the player is bringing.
All right.
Yeah, and I've heard arguments, about what are new players going to do? Well, new players shouldn't be doing 70 level co-ops. That's, like play for a couple weeks, get a few characters under your belt, then do level 70 co-ops, right? I mean, we had this thing with FFRK. For the years we played FFRK. Well, why can't I do difficulty 200 dungeons? Because you've been playing for a week. I've been playing the game for 2 years.
I mean, you can do them. You might have a hard time. That's all.
You might lose, and I may not want to use my limited bells for you to lose.
Right, and I may be ranked 201. And I may bring my best character in there, but I might get killed because I didn't do enough brave attack to and get one shotted by the dragon. It happens, and the lower level character may carry us all through and win. Yeah. It depends. Yeah.
What is max rank right now?
201.
201. Okay.
And the SP points do not increase past 200. So when you get 201, you're still stuck at 200 SP points. And I believe that's the same limit in Japan. So.
Oh, it just stalls out at 200.
Stalls at 200.
Yeah. I am currently ranked 200. I had leveled all characters to level 50.
Wow.
Thankfully, 2 of the characters I didn't have leveled are Vanille and Setzer. So hooray!
It worked out.
Yeah, but so I'm down to 6. I have 6 that aren't level 50 yet. So
and I have 4 characters that don't have level 50 crystal strength. One of them is Saj.
I have a lot more characters who don't have level 50 crystal strength.
Oh yeah, I mean
I can't.
There's Fastcart, there's Mark, and there's about there.
I can't bring myself to go beyond level 45 with characters that aren't very good.
I had all these crystal keys. What am I going to do with them? So
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm hoarding them until the day that the double crystal event comes back, and then I'll be a madman.
And the thing is, like now that we can buy the orbs for the Dissidia point, I won't be buying any more keys. So I'm like, I probably should save them for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have. Let me check. I think I have like 47 keys right now, and I don't know. I mean, I know why. It's just I've been saving them till the day. Like I said, that they don't show you. 52. Yeah, I have 52 cycle keys, so I think I'm good for a while.
Before the Lost Chapters event started, I was burning keys. I started with 15 and I ended with 12. And I used a couple of keys since then to get some more characters up, but I think I'm gonna stop using keys for a while. And I have some potions for the stamina for the World of Illusions too. I'm gonna start buying them and just get the orbs.
Right.
Let's see. So, World of Illusions, as we said, this time around it's a little different. The last time it was an all-you-can-eat artifact meal. This time it's more limited around the Lost Chapters, which means you're going to get artifacts for the 3 core characters of each event. So, for example, on the Vanille event, it's Vanille, Yuna, and Hope. On Setzer, it's other people. So basically, it's not everyone.
Laguna.
Yeah.
Yuffie,
Laguna.
Yuffie.
What do you
Well,
think about
and-
that?
and
The fact that
Disney.
it's more limited.
Just whatever artifact you want, you're just going to get the other characters just to see.
That's not true. That's not true for me. I do get a lot of Squall artifacts.
But at the end of the day, it'll be CP15. So.
And these are not half price like the last time. So they are
full stamina, full 60.
So it is expensive to get into that bonus round.
Like the first time I booked the 30-minute quest, I used a couple of potions to fetch my stamina. And like I should probably save these for when I really need them. So
yeah, I might have to do because I have Vanille's stuff, so I might have to do because I don't think I have much for her.
But the thing that the good thing is you can use a potion and you can use a double item.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you're going to use a potion, you might as well just use a treasure book and go all in.
The 30-minute quest, it's only level 30, so you can go through them pretty quickly. And, yeah.
All right. Question of the week: which character would you like added to Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia?
Final Fantasy character.
Yeah, Final Fantasy character. Now,
Mario. No,
I've been waiting for that moment for a week. My guy is General Leo from Final Fantasy VI. So this is my official campaign. 2 Square, please add General. I mean, you guys added
He's not
Raging.
in Japan. He's not in Japan.
No, he's nowhere. But hear me out. They added already. I mean, they're not at the point where they're running out of characters, and they've already added Raging and Fujin from Final Fantasy VIII. So you know what? Do a guy solid. Come on, start thinking about adding General Leo. It's not going to cost you much. It'll make me happy. You can make him a chapter character if you want. He's such a great guy. This is, it's a bromance going on. I want to see General Leo added to the roster. That's my number 1 guy. Who's your guy? Who's your guy or girl?
You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
See, I already know that my characters are in the game in Japan or coming. Like, I wanted Cloud. He's my favorite. I started with Final Fantasy VII. That was my first Final Fantasy, so that's always did into my heart. I already have him. I already have his NT sword because I went to the PAX East. At PAX East, I live in Boston, so I had no excuse not to go to PAX East. There were a get together, a meetup for mobile Square Enix mobile players, and at the meetup they gave everyone who attended a NT card.
Nice.
So I have a NT Cloud sword now, so I'm really happy about that. And in Japan, they have Lion.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys noticed, but Lion is from Final Fantasy XI, and she has. I don't want to spoil her story. Well, the game is 15 years old. I should be able to spoil it. She dies in 11, and the way she died is really heroic, and I really appreciate her character. So I'm looking forward to having her in the game. I'm disappointed she's so low tier on the Japanese tier, but I'm still happy to get her when I can. But as for not just for someone who isn't coming that I know about, I wouldn't mind seeing Shadow Lord from Final Fantasy XI Online. Shadow Lord is the first big bad boss that you face, and you have to have a team gather up to defeat. And it's one of the rank 5 or rank 10 missions that before you get an airship. And his story is pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing Shadow Lord in there.
Yeah, I forget there's enemies in this one too. So, yeah, well, mine is also not in Japan, and that's Renoa. She's one of my favorite characters, probably my favorite character.
Oh, so. Wow, that's right. It seems someone that would have been added by now. I mean, she's such a main character of Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
She's not in there. Orin is one of my other favorite characters. He's in there. Yeah.
Who?
Orin.
Oh, Orin.
Oh, yeah.
Samurai guy.
Japan. Yeah, he's in Japan.
As a joke character, is this just a joke? I wouldn't mind seeing Cindy. No, I'm kidding.
Cindy, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Cindy. Like with a big wrench.
Yeah, with a big wrench.
Well, I'm fairly sure at this point she has to be just about to be added to FFRK because my God, are they running out of characters?
I think the regalia should be a good character.
Yeah, the regalia is a character in itself.
I love that car.
All right. Before we wrap this up, anything you guys want to add to this episode?
I think we're done.
Fast.
Oh, you go. Thanks for having me. It's great to be on. I just want to give a quick shout out to Kazuma. He's a streamer for Omnia, and he's part of the Infinitum squad. Also, I'm a member of Tech Squadron. We are I will not want to say Star Citizen based. We play a variety of games, but Tech Gaming have a few partner streamers, and they do a variety of games, and so you can. I hope you can check them out. We don't do so much mobile; they do mostly consoles and PC games. And me, I'm on Base Radio. I do a Star Citizen podcast. Star Citizen is Chris Roberts games. Chris Roberts is the maker of Wing Commander, and he has a new game coming out. And just today, they announced CitizenCon for Austin, Texas on October 10th. So hopefully I'll be able to get to go there.
That's great.
So again, thanks for having me.
Well,
Love
it was
Wing
awesome.
Commander. Love the Wing Commander series. Great series.
Mark?
Yes, Pierre. What can I do for you?
Anything you want to add before we wrap this up?
I don't know. I hope I have enough gems when Van comes out. That's all I have to say.
Well, you still have, what, 35K something?
Yeah, I'll probably pull at least once on with the Terra banner. You know, just try my luck. But
Can't believe I got
be
freaking
saving for
Gallo
Van.
sword.
I still have 40 tickets, and I'm going to try to hold on to them for Lightning. But
I have 0 tickets.
Yeah, I think I have 3. So, anyway, that's going to be our show for today. That was episode number 7 of season 2 of the Crystal Chronicles. Lucky 7, there you go. Our hosts today, as usual, were Pierre, that's myself, and Mark, and we had a guest host with Fastcard over there. If you want to have our Twitter account, Twitch account, we record on Twitch every week. Everything, all the links, all of the social media stuff can be found on our website. That's tccpodcast.com. All the links are over there. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and all that crap. If you have any question, comment, feedback whatsoever, please email it to us at kupo@tccpodcast.com. Thank you so much for being there. It was awesome. Thank you, people on Twitch. And we'll see you next week. See ya.